Where did
Brentwood or?
well, wherever. Where did you start?
I started a long time ago. I've been in the kitchen for 23 years, I think. 23 years.
23 years.
It was a fluke. I immigrated to London, and I guess the only job you don't need language is the kitchen. That's why I end up kind of just going looking for somewhere to make a living, and I end up loving it and making it my life. I worked first for a job. I think I worked at this school, which was cooking school, and I got to meet all these French chefs and kind of experience what they do, and started, maybe, there's something for me there. I started buying books and reading and experimenting, and from there within a year I clicked as a job in the restaurant business, kind of working as a chef.
With a white hat and everything.
Everything. I had to with a hat and whatever you do, I guess.
Well, you must have some talent to it, because you developed quite a business here in Brentwood.
You
started out as a little lunch.
Yeah, growing up back home, because we were like six brothers and a sister. My sister, she was one of the oldest. She got married when I was 11 years old, I guess. I guess we were a big family. I couldn't leave my mom working by herself in the kitchen. And then I was kind of always going in there and helping her, doing whatever, cutting, slicing, frying, and then I always started the kitchen very early. When I was 12 years old, I guess, I started working in the kitchen, even mopping for her, cleaning, wiping, whatever.
So the recipes that you're using now, are these all ones from your family, or ones you've developed, or from books, or what?
It was a mixture. It's everything I learned, everything I had to incorporate my background. It was North African. I'm from Algeria, kind of. You got Morocco there, Tunisia, and and I guess we were colonized by the French for 130 years. There's a lot of influence in our cooking back home, cooking French, And then when I came in, I started working with all the different chefs. Like, working in London is kind of a melting pot. It was like the Italian, the Indian, the Chinese, what have you. And I worked with a lot of them. I worked with a lot of chefs who were like, I was starting with the French, and then I went with this amazing guy. It was an English guy who worked, I don't know how many years with the Indians. And he learned all the Indian food, and funny enough, he introduced me there. We don't have Indian in North Africa. We don't have Indian cuisine. And working with him, I started tasting all this food, and I'm like, okay, good. I love it. Now I'm going to have to, get it done and learn how to do it, and I did.
How many years were you in London doing this?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years I worked.
And
10 years I worked in London.
Wow. And then you came to Canada from there?
Yes, I met my wife there. And I was working in the kitchen. She came looking for work. And she was traveling Europe, and then I guess she ended up, and she needs some cash, I guess. And she ended up working in a restaurant I used to run. And look where we are now.
She was Canadian, so you came to Canada.
She was Canadian, yeah. When I met her, she said, we were okay, she loved it, we were young and stuff, and as soon as we got kids, she said, there's nothing like home, and I'm like, okay, what's wrong with London? But when I came in, I understood what I mean here. We live in a very fortunate, amazing place in the world after living in travel, went to Spain, Italy, here is I think when you live here, you miss it. Wherever you go, you miss it. You want to come back.
So you don't miss the big city?
I don't miss it. No, I don't. What do you call it? It's nice to be there. It's nice. Everything is alive, but I don't miss it. I don't miss it a bit. And yeah. And then when you came, I remember, so before we moved here, we heard that, in England, I heard this guy, the guy who had the restaurant, that coffee shop down there, he was looking for, it was closed, it was available, and I thought Tony, it was okay, I guess, something to start with, let's take it. I guess I immigrated on, when I came in, it was 20th of August, and
what year was that?
2000. And it came, it took me like 2 weeks. 1 week I already, first week I looked at it, second week we said okay, and the fifth week I think we were open. Since I landed to Canada, it was it was a roller coaster, it was run, you know, fun to get all the paperwork, towards your superstore, your wholesale, your delivery, your
yeah, you have to get all your contacts.
Oh yeah, contacts now. And we got it going. It was not easy, but it was a little bit, you know. It was not easy. It was not easy by any means because to start here, you had no people don't know you yet. But you know what it takes. It takes patience and doing things.
Was it tough the first few months?
Oh, for years.
For years.
Yeah, for a couple of years we were
just barely making it.
Barely. I was just borrowing more money, just using more of our money. I didn't.
But you still kept at it. You still
kept at it.
saw
2.5 years later, you could see, oh, now I can pay my stuff. You know, that's good. Now I kept my rent without worrying about it. And then it was like after third year, we were like, okay, now we live comfortable. We don't have a lot of money, but it's okay. I don't mind working, and everybody's paid. Nobody's running after me. The phone is not ringing. I was good. Yeah. And then worked there. It was amazing. I think I loved it. It was hard, but it was very personal. I always had a personal kind of way of running business. It was not. Yeah. For me, it was not just about.
Yeah. A lot of people came in, knew you by name.
Yeah.
Hi, Mo.
Exactly. And then from then on, the business was growing as if you noticed it, I guess yourself. Yeah. And the place I was there, the car park was getting small. I wanted people to always, we would love to come, but we can't park. And then I kept my eye open for another location. This place came beforehand, couldn't afford it. And then last 10 years later, in the other business, I think, and then came back again, this place where I am here now, and I said to myself, I do whatever it takes to get this place, because I guess it has all the potential to be a successful business. It's all there. I just have to be there, and we'll kind of complement each other. The place is beautiful. We have an amazing garden. You will notice it later. People comes in, they feel same feeling that the other place, comfortable, relaxed. Through lunch, you don't want to even leave. You just come in and stay for lunch, and you stay there for like 2 hours. Thank God we're not one of those businesses where, you eat, you have to leave your place for somebody else. We just, okay, use your seat, take it as long as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were known as Quattro Staglioni before, and you changed to Zanzibar. Why was that?
We had Quattro Stagioni. We loved it because I worked with Italian. I love Italian language. I love their food. Italian is like my, after I worked with the French for a while, I found Italian as tasty, as refreshing, and as easy as any. You don't spend like 8 hours and 12 hours to reduce something together. You could have nearly the same flavor. And then I just had to call it Quattro Stagioni. But the problem is, like 90% of customers couldn't pronounce it. It was hard to remember. Yeah. And then we came here. Well, I said to my wife, I said, no, we have to change that word. We're gonna found something. Let's find a name. Flows in the mouth. People can remember, and we have that problem to be solved. And we did. We looked, and then we like if you know if you look at my menu, it's all like the spices from all over the place. I realize from Italian herb, from French, from Indian, from the Middle East. I use Algerian spices, and then also what is spices? We gotta start with that, with the idea of the spices. When we're thinking Zanzibar is an island what used to kind of, not as much, but it used to be a big market for spices for all of African and Middle Eastern Arabs. They all go there and trade and we're like Zanzibar, and that's how it came out. It's really going. Yeah. Anyway.
Are you training people here, or?
Oh my God! I train a lot of people. Yeah. I train, through the years. I trained a lot of people. I'm very proud of it, because even if I have a very strong ethics. It's like working ethics. I don't mess around. I just, I said people, you come to work, it's like a commitment. It doesn't matter. You come in and you do whatever it takes. And it's so amazing. I had people come in after years, after finishing working with me. They're not working here anymore. They're not working as a chef anymore. They're working for all different trades. But they come in and say to me, Mohamed, I'm very happy to work with you, because I would never have that working ethics if I didn't work with you. Even in different, which is, here, I don't know if you noticed it, my staff, they're not my staff. They're like either family or friends. That's how I look at them. Like I said to them, I always say to them, I'm not your boss until you need one. That's my motto of work. Like my motto, I said, I'm not your boss. I'm the guy who, if you need somebody to do dishes, Mohamed, go do dishes, I will do dishes for you. If you feel like you want to, I don't know, you want to do something else that day. And I think that, I install that kind of self-esteem in them, like they are, they can put a lot, and they do. And